Hello, hello. It's Yolanda from Empowered Parenting. How is everyone doing today? It's another Friday, and I'm so excited to come to you with another parenting masterclass, an empowered parenting masterclass. Today's topic is on how to hack parenting, and I have got some slides for you, share a little bit about my own journey in hacking parenting. And why are we seeking to hack parenting? What brings you here to watch this video is something that I would love for you to become curious about. What is it that I'm seeking? Where am I at now? And where do I want to be? And what is it that, what is the gap? That's what we want to identify, the gap, because you already know what it is that you want. So you know the end result. And as we set an intention of what we want to achieve from this class, you get to uncover what and get clear about the intention you have for your experience with parenting. And I highlight that it's your experience with parenting is what we are working on. Our unrest, the sense that parenting is a challenge is coming from our expectations that have not been met. So on this empowered parenting journey, we do a lot of inner work to understand where is the gap. Where is it that we are not meeting our expectations? Where is it that we have expectations that are not realistic? How can we perceive our kids in a whole new light? How can we take back control of our own self so that we can change the response, we can change the outcome, we can change the energy from which we parent. When I say energy, I mean we parent energetically, and our kids are tuned to our energy. Our kids are pure emotion. They are 100% emotion. And as much as we think that we are saying the right things, we are doing the right things, we are parenting them energetically. Think about it. When you walk into a room, into the room with your child, is your child aware of your energy? Is your child, do you feel like you are aware of your child's energy? Where are they at? You see, we have access to so much more information that we are not utilizing. There is greater ease from parenting from a state of recognizing where we are at, where our child is at, and parenting from that space, making the changes within to alter our own energy. And where this comes from is from one of the models that we teach in our group, which is our TEAR model. That is, T stands for thoughts, E for emotions, A for actions, R for results. So our thoughts that we have, so our perspectives, our perception, the way we were parented, the modeling that has been passed on to us of how we were parented. We often say as parents that we weren't given a manual of how to raise this child. But I want to challenge that and say to you, well, actually we were. We were handed down a manual that we weren't even aware of. Unconsciously, we were placed this manual in our hands based on how we were parented, based on how we were, how our own parenting has been influenced by the way we were raised. So we have been given a manual. We didn't know about it. We are now on this journey choosing what do we keep, what do we not? And how do we know we need to make this choice? Is because our kids are not in alignment with us, with those modelings that we have taken on, with the perceptions that we hold about parenting, with our own stuff that needs to be addressed. And you will see on this journey, a lot of parents call this work magic. Magically, our kids align when we come back in tune with our own self and with the way we now choose to parent. So if your goal is to bring your child in alignment with their own journey, and you want to parent them to be their best self, because their best self is not not a fixed definition that you have for what they need to be. I'm sorry to break this to you, but if you want your child to be, I'll just go with the way I was raised. You want your child to be a doctor, you want a child to be an engineer, you want your child to have this title, then your child has got their own path. Like I know I had my own path to what my parents would have liked me to be. Similarly, your child has got their own path that aligns with who they are, what their personality traits are, what their core needs are. And our job as parents is not to direct them to the path we have set for them, but as parents, our role is to guide them to be in alignment with their own path so that their life can unfold, so that they can live fulfilled lives, so that they can live and be doing work that is in alignment with their life's path. And for us to be doing that with them, we need to do the work to make sure that we are in alignment with our own self. And how do we do this is, so I have packaged this in a 12-week journey that supports parents to come back into alignment with themselves. I share with them models of thoughts. I share with them patterns of how we have been pre-programmed. We are wired to follow patterns. And through this work and through this journey, you get to identify and see what those patterns are and take back your power and not blindly following set rules and set path that has been handed down to you because it no longer serves you. It no longer serves your kids. A lot of our parents parented us unconsciously, and our kids today are challenging us. Just the way the universe works, just the way the world is going today, our kids are challenging us to come back in alignment. Our kids are challenging us to choose and to consciously choose how we live our own lives. And the challenges we face are nothing but an opportunity for us to tweak our own path so that we can tweak ourselves to our parenting style so that our kids can be in greater alignment to what is fulfilling for them. Put in the comment section if you get it. Just put a thumbs up for me. Tell me if you get it. Tell me if this sounds like something that you are interested about. And if it's not for you, it sounds vague, you want to just fix your child, you don't realize there's anything that you need to do, that your child needs to change, then I say to you, don't waste any more time. Please come off this video. This work is not for you. So the work that we do in Empowered Parenting is empowering the parent. The work what we aim is to create a win-win parenting experience. We want the parents to live their own fullness. We want their parents to choose themselves, to prioritize themselves before they prioritize their child. And for some parents, that sounds very wrong because, like me, I was raised to believe that I needed to put everyone else first. I need to put my kids first. And that was the absolute right thing as a mom to do. However, that was the worst thing I could do for my kids because it rendered me depleted. It rendered me exhausted. It rendered me walking on this treadmill that was never ending, meeting everyone's needs and feeling really depleted, feeling resentment and not aligned to my own state of joy and ease and peace of mind, and also feeling that my kids are succeeding. Today, with this work and with gaining this applying these steps and aligning to my own values, doing work that fulfills me, my kids are choosing to do things that fulfill them, and they are in alignment with their own paths. It is win-win. Every day we create win-win scenarios in our home. With every conversation we have, I am winning and my child is feeling like they are winning too. With them cleaning their rooms, with them today, I don't even need to tell them. They feel equal responsibility within the home. And that's what we want to create, that win-win. The parents that I work with, Their kids are jumping on, wanting to connect. Their kids are jumping on. They're like, Yolanda, my kids just took the vacuum cleaner and started to clean. And I'm not surprised when I hear this. A lot of other parents think, what? That's even possible? No way, I cannot see my kids doing this. And that's the work that we do. We bring in that new set of being in the family. So I don't want to go too much into all of that because today is about sharing with you parenting hacks. I will share screen with you so that you can understand, you can take away 3 tips that I have for you and a bonus tip as well. Righty. Hopefully you are able to see my screen very shortly. Tell us, as I'm doing this, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Tell us the age of your kids. Tell us tell us where you're from and tell us the age of your kids. That is enough for me to understand where you're at, because our kids, our kids are playing out patterns, and that is what we want to go through. Beautiful. Lovely. Are you able to see my video? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen that I have shared. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Beautiful. So today I am talking about how to hack parenting. The reason why, or my intention when I run these masterclasses, run these empowered parenting classes, is to empower you with new skills, to inspire you that you can do this, and to connect with you. On this group, the Empowered Parent Group, we are about connection. So feel free to connect with other parents, feel free to connect with me. You are here to be supported. Lovely. Why? Always ask why. Why am I wanting to do this? Why am I seeking to create connection? Why am I why do I have this great need to control? Why do I want to shift these behaviors? Why do I need to understand my child's needs? What benefit does that have in the way that I parent them? So why do I want this calm home? What does this mean to me? So we are big on asking questions. I always say, become curious. As you are parenting, as you go about your life, as you are having an emotional trigger, become curious. There's so much gold when we ask why. So why are you wanting to hack parenting? Why are you here watching this live? What is it that you are? Put in the comment section, say #replay if you're watching a replay, and tell me, why is it that you would like to hack this parenting? What is it that is driving you? What is it that you believe is not working for you right now? Lovely. Some tips, as I promised you, some tips: respond and not react. I will say this to you upfront. A lot of parents already know this. You already know that you're not meant to be responsive, not meant to be reactive. You are meant to respond to your child's needs. How easy is it to do that? You know it. Majority of the parents already know all the things that they need to do to be the parent that they want to show up. Is that you? Give me a thumbs up. You see, that's the 3 of us. That's my daughters, Yannicka and Janelle. Yannicka is now 21, turning 22 next month. Janelle is 16, turning 17 in August. So thumbs up if you already know this. And I am here to tell you why we know this and why are you not utilizing it. So going a step further, in order to respond and not react, you need to not just know what's the right way to do, but you need to be aware of the role that emotions play as you respond and not react. To be more responsive, we need to be aware of how our body is responding to our child in this moment. We need to be responsive of what's playing out in their world. We also need to respond to what that core need of that child is in this given moment. It could be that your child's core need is not being met. Could that be that your child has a core need that's not being met? Look up the 5 core needs of a child, of a human being. We have our own core needs, and our kids equally have their own core needs. The top 2 core needs for anyone is love and connection. So becoming curious, as I said before, this journey is about becoming curious. Remember, we cannot give what we do not have. So unless and until we are in alignment, unless and until we are meeting our own core needs, unless and until we are aware of our own emotions, we cannot provide the same support to our kids. Parents that work with me could work with psychologists and therapists and all of this, and they know all the right things to say, but what is not being told is how do we manage these things for ourselves as well. Our kids are most likely modeling our own behavior. As you are upset that your child is getting angry, it could be that your child is just responding to problems or challenges as you do in getting angry. So respond, not react, is tip number 1. Tip number 2 in this work, in empowered parenting, is identifying the role of fears. So as you are parenting and as you are finding out, or as you are going about your day in parenting, I ask you to identify what are some fears. What are some fears that you have about your child? Are there fears there? Because when we react to our child, when we are the energy that we bring into our parenting, which is driven by the thoughts that we have, the perspectives that we have, are often driven by fears that we are not even aware of. So through to today, through to the next time I meet you at our next masterclass, I want you to identify by capturing, by maybe jotting down some points. What are some fears that I have? Is it fear that my child won't succeed? Fear that my child will grow up to be like someone that is not, could be someone that is not, that hasn't turned out in a desirable way, and you see those traits. Your child is not that person. You will be surprised how many times I find single moms come to me and say, my child is a replica of my ex, and from that space, they are responding to their child. They are parenting their child from all of those emotions that they hold for another person completely. And they're projecting this onto their child. Your child does not deserve that. So identify the fears. Identify the fears, become aware of these role of fears. Know that you have a choice to choose differently. Choose a new thought to bring in a new energy. So TEAR, choose a new thought, T, to choose a new way of how you feel, the emotion, E, which is energy in motion, so that you can act in new ways. You will find that the words that you use, the actions that you take, come from a whole new energy when you have chosen, when you recognize that you have a choice to choose a new way. And from that space, transcend this fear. They say 95% of our fears do not eventuate. And 95% of the time, we are playing out roles in fear. I also want to add, when our kids are resisting us, they are at most times resisting our fear that we are projecting onto them. Tip number 3 is check the closing balance of your emotional bank account. Our kids need both. Our kids need that connection. They need that love. They need that opportunity to express their emotion. And a lot of parents who come on this journey do so much of that. But what they don't realize that our kids need both. There needs to be a balance. Kids need structure. Kids need that their behavior be that there is someone looking out for them. They need to know that they are safe, that there is security, there is structure. They need boundaries. They need limits. So make sure that you are doing that. This is in balance and not one-sided, that there's not just projection of you need to correct behavior, what are you doing, don't be angry, all of these things. It's not just one-sided, but that we are doing an equal amount. At the end of each day, have a journal by your bedside. Has there been a balance in the way I have parented my child today? Have I set limits? Have I set boundaries? Have I made aware of what the expectations are? And at the same time, have I allowed for that connection time? Have I allowed that space for them to express their emotion, express how they're feeling? Have I been vulnerable enough with them to create that connection? Beautiful. Well done. As I promised you, there would be a bonus tip today, and that bonus tip is to recognize connection before correction. Acknowledging feelings is so important in this parenting journey. So often parents want to fix because that's how they project themselves at their work. So looking at your profession, so many parents parent in the same way they work in their day jobs. It becomes who they are. But on this journey, let's be aware of what's working and what's not. Often there are things that's working, that structure, those limitations that are there at our workplace in the way that we work. For example, with me, with the work that I do, I am asking questions. I'm my mind is analytical, and I take that into my parenting. But I also am very strong when I coach. I can be very direct and very straight to the point, but I can't take that with on a day-to-day with my kids. So identifying where are you bringing out those same patterns into your parenting, and what would you like to change? Expressing or allowing for more kindness and compassion for yourself and for your child. If you are getting value from today, do put in a big thumbs up for me, or share with me what have you learned today. What will you be? What is something that you learned new today? Put it in the comment section. Tell me. I'd love to hear. And as you share your knowledge, you're sharing it with other parents who will watch this too. If you would like to know more about what we do and how we guide parents to parent from their higher self, join us in the next 4 days on Tuesday, 17th of May at 7 p.m. Melbourne time. We will be running a workshop on parenting from your higher self. You will get an opportunity to ask deeper questions, become curious, and ask me as well. Bring those questions that you have in a space with me. It's our 90-minute workshop. I will be hosting it for you, and I will be answering questions. We will go really deep into what is that higher self? What is that perspective of your own life path in relation to your child's life path? We will find that alignment to make your parenting experience one of peace of mind, calm, joy, because at the end of the day, what we're really, each of us is seeking for is peace of mind, bringing that calm into our homes. And often that's not what we are getting, because there are some perspectives that need to shift. There are some ways that we are parenting that is, when we question ourselves, is not in alignment with what we really truly desire and seek. So I can't wait to see you on Tuesday. The link to join our parenting masterclass, I have just 5 free tickets. Remember, just 5 free tickets to give away. So make sure that you click on the link and register if you would like to grab a free ticket. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been such a pleasure to host this event, to run this for you. We run our parenting masterclass every Friday at 1 p.m. Melbourne AEST time. Do send me a personal message if you would like to, if you'd like me to talk about a certain topic or a certain challenge that you are facing. I would love to run a masterclass just for you, so that you can have the answer to that. And don't be surprised the amount of other parents who are also seeking to have that same question answered. So don't hesitate. Send me a private message, put in the comment section if you have a challenge that you find that you would like more support with. Alternatively, you have the opportunity as an empowered parent on our group to book in your first free 30-minute session with me, and I will include the link to book that in if that is something you are seeking. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve you today. Have the most amazing weekend and week ahead. See you all.